Now today's story and folktale is an Icelandic folktale about a merman and a farmer. And we have already heard a tale of a farmer going fishing when Thor went out and caught Görmungang, the mighty beast of the ocean, of which Loki is the father of. And we have also heard how Loki created these beasts in another story by Tyrkir. I'll leave that in a card up here. Now, our story is set in a place in Iceland called Volgar, and is set around a farmer, and there are many farmers in this place, and the farmers all had livestock and used to spend the time tilling the land and sowing rye and barley. But the farmers were mostly known for fishing. When they weren't farming, you can guarantee they'll be out fishing, for fishing was a large supply of their food stock. And our farmer, well, he was said to be the best fisherman in the area. And some fishermen, well, they use nets, and others use long lines with hooks to catch big fish. And one day our farmer, well, he was out on his farm, this small homestead, and he's been farming all week. He's been tilling the land, getting rid of stones, and looking after his few cattle he's got. And he decided to go out fishing, for he was running short of fish and needed to dry some. So he went to his little outbuilding on the shore and fetched out his little rowing boat, small longboat, and he got some long lines and a very big hook, and he started to row out in the ocean. He started to row, and he rowed and he rowed until he got to a place where he knew that he could catch good fish. And he set his lines, put down an anchor so he wouldn't travel far in the ocean. And after a short while he didn't catch nothing. It wasn't a very good day. But then suddenly his line got very heavy, and it's the heaviest his line has ever been. And he tried with all his might to pull up the line, and he tried and tried. But eventually he managed to get the line up, and to his surprise he had caught a merman. A man with half a man's body and the fish's tail. Well, this was very surprising. He said, "Who are you?" He said, "I'm a merman." He said, "What are you doing on my line?" He said, "Well, I was out at the bottom of the ocean tending to my roof of my longhouse, and your hook came along and caught me, and here I am now." Well, the fisherman, seeing that this merman was very strong, thought, well, if I take him back to my farm, he could work for me and I could make money from this merman. So he did this. He put him in a large leather sack, tied him up to his waist, put him in the back of the longboat and started to row back home. And he rowed until he reached the shore. And he got to his jetty where he tied up his boat, and his dog came to greet him. But the farmer, he was in a bad mood. He tried to kick the dog and shushed the dog away, but the dog was too quick. But the merman laughed at this. The merman laughed. And the farmer looked at the merman. And he carried on. He got the sack and he was dragging the merman in this big leather sack up to the longhouse, some distance away. And on the path he fell over this hillock, this mound. And the farmer got angry and annoyed by this mound and started trying to kick it with his foot. And the merman again, he laughed. He laughed at this farmer. And the farmer carried on. He carried on to the longhouse, and his wife came out and very passionately greeted him, gave him a big hug, and he passionately, hugged her back. And again the merman laughed. He laughed at the farmer hugging his wife. Well, to this it confused him, and he was very curious. He was a curious man, and he wanted to know why the merman kept on laughing. So in the corner of the longhouse, the merman was sat on the floor in the sack, and he said, "Why do you keep laughing?" Well, the merman said, "Well, I will tell you if you set me free where you caught me. If you promise to set me free, I will tell you why I'm laughing." Well, curiosity got the farmer, and he said, "Oh, I promise if you told me why you've been laughing at these 3 occasions, when first of all I tried to kick the dog, and then I tripped over that stupid mound in the path, and then you laughed at me when I greeted my wife. If you told me why, I will promise to set you free." Well, to this the merman was very happy. He said, "Right." So first of all, when you landed, I could see that you could not handle things very well. First of all, your dog came and greeted you. Your dog was so welcoming and warming, but yet you tried to kick him and shove him away. I laughed at that. And then on the way back, when you was dragging me in the leather sack and you tripped over that mound, well, unknown to you, that mound is full of silver ingots and coins in some leather bags that have been there for many years. And thirdly, the last, when your wife greeted me, well, your wife is not honest, for she is unfaithful, and that is why I laughed the third time. Well, the farmer looked at him and said, well, you was right about the dog. I shouldn't have treated my dog, who I love, like I did, and I'm sorry for that. And as for my wife, an Anglo-Saxon, well, I cannot tell or find out whether she is unfaithful. But I do have a spade, and I can go and dig up that mound. And if, like you say, there is silver and gold ingots and coin, then I'll believe you and I'll set you free. So the farmer did this. He got an old spade made out of wood, and he went to the hillock and he started to dig, and he started to dig and dig, and eventually he found these 3 leather sacks, all full of gold and silver. Well, to this he was astonished, and he kept his word. He got back to his longhouse, he let the merman out of the bag, and he carried on his back to the boat. He put him in the longboat, and he rowed out, and he rowed, and he rowed to the place where he caught him, and he set him free. And never again did the farmer catch a merman. And that is the end of our folk tale. Now, I do hope you enjoyed this folk tale. If you have, please leave a comment. Please like the video, and above all, don't forget to share it with your friends. It's very important for us on the channel that you share our content to help us grow. Of that, I'm sure that you are in comparison and agreement with me. So, thank you very much. Ras Hail. I salute all those that watch. Good health.